A little bit of everything today. So that includes temperature, rise in humidity as well. Rain and storm chances also on the rise. Now you'll notice if you look at this map, it's a little bit of a better odds of seeing showers and thunderstorms, that is, into the mountains versus the upstate. Rain even continuing through Thursday, Friday, and potentially Saturday too. We brought you that first alert yesterday. 66 degrees around 8 o'clock this morning. It is a nice day overall, warming to the upper 70s by noon. Nice little mix of sun and clouds holding on around 84 degrees at 4 o'clock this evening. Here's a look at those rain chances increasing mainly in the mountains. Now this doesn't mean we will be completely dry, that we can't see any chance of an isolated shower across the upstate today, but you can see from Asheville towards Hendersonville, Franklin, right over I-40, spreading off towards the northeast from 2 to 6. Best odds of an isolated shower or thunderstorm into western North Carolina. We're dry overnight into the start of tomorrow, but tomorrow we increase chances even for rain across the upstate. It's going to be Pickens and Oconee County over 85 towards Anderson, off towards the west and southwest, northeastern Georgia, but expanding off towards the north and northeast even into Friday morning very early on, and that will continue. So the next 5 days we're looking at spotty showers today and tomorrow, some stronger storms possible on Friday, and even as storm or more so showers possible into Saturday morning before we get the sunshine into Sunday. We've been talking about a chance of maybe a stronger storm on Friday. Best odds of anything stronger, low and severe isolated will come on Friday, with damaging winds and a little bit of some isolated small hail being those number 1 and number 2 threats. Now the rain could continue into Saturday. This has been back and forth with those long-term models showing a little bit of rain into the afternoon and then holding back for some others. You can see the European model by 2 p.m. on Saturday looking good at this point. Showing that rain mainly off towards our north and northwest into Tennessee. But the GFS, the American model, it's the opposite. We could see some rain maybe linger into the early afternoon times here for us. So it's mild when you step outside. Don't need a light layer here this morning, really anywhere. Yesterday we were debating with parts of the mountains, but we're above that in the 60s and 50s here today. 57 in Asheville, 60 in Hendersonville, 63 in Greenville, 61 off towards Gaffney into Spartanburg, down towards Union. The coolest in the upstate is 59. So what's wearing a day like today? Going through the course of the next several hours at 7 o'clock, we're still going to be in the mid 60s with sunny skies. By 10 in the 50s here for us. So a little bit of a drop with the 80s to come by 1 o'clock. So short sleeves needed today, sunglasses, and even rain gear for portions of the mountains. But good thing we have the Ville versus Ville game in Greenville. Your dry forecast here for this evening. I don't think you're going to have to worry about a shower or a thunderstorm. Actually, it's going to be quite warm when the game does start around 6:45, still in those low to mid 80s, upper 70s here around 8 o'clock with some sunshine here. So a beautiful day for some baseball. Let's talk about though how your drive is going to look this morning, and the partly sunny overall, 20% rain chance for the upstate. So what that means is, sure, we could see an isolated spotty shower across the upstate, probably best odds into northern half of the upstate in general from Clemson towards Greenville and Spartanburg, but better odds towards the mountains as we head into today with increasing chances for everyone. A little bit warmer than yesterday too, so it is shorts and t-shirt weather today, absolutely. Bringing in rain chances increasing into your Thursday and Friday, probably not what you want to hear ahead of this weekend. Highs in the mid 80s, summer-like weather pattern on the way. Ahead of this front, we're going to get some chances of pop-up thunderstorms and showers with increasing chances by Friday into Saturday, because that's when this front will actually pull on through, dropping our humidity, but up until then, we're going to go from pleasant conditions to straight up muggy, which you may feel when you step outside this morning already towards the afternoon and evening, staying within this muggy range the next several days too. So prepare yourself for it. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday up until Saturday evening when this front is really on its way out of here towards the coastline, and then we get the drier air back into place. Washout potential, a little bit of concern, needing some backup plans Friday and Saturday. Best odds for thunderstorms in general on Friday, and that low end severe if we do see one, I think, coming on Friday in general, or a stronger thunderstorm. Saturday morning to the early afternoon, we could see this rain just linger. So we've been bringing you the first alert on this. Rain over the next 6 days, not going to be washout any day that we do have rain chances, but it's going to add up over time. How much? Probably about ½ an inch to an inch of rain. So not going to be a soaker, not causing any flooding concerns, but scattered to isolated showers. Isolated in the mountains today into tomorrow. Best odds for the upstate come Friday into Saturday. Some models do want to bring this rain into Sunday and Monday, but right now it does look to clear. So it looks like we have some drier days into next week with scattered storms into Friday and Saturday. We did highlight Friday as a potential first alert. It's red just because it does bring the best chance for isolated thunderstorms. Again, a stronger one or maybe low and severe. Getting out already to mild temperatures, maybe a degree or two above where we were this time yesterday, specifically into the mountains though. But even the upstate, we're already in those low to some mid 60s. 61 in Spartanburg towards Gaffney, 62 in Greenville, 64 in Clemson, a little bit warmer off towards the west. Anderson, 63, an upper 50 in Lawrence, but it's the solo upper 50 here across the upstate. Most of us even in the mountains in the upper 50s to the low 60s. So already off to that warm start. Therefore, what do we wear in a day like today? I'm going to say just go straight with the t-shirt. T-shirt weather as we start the day, 9 o'clock this morning. We're still going to be in the upper 60s, warming to a 70 around 10. By 1 o'clock, though, in the 80s. By the afternoon, mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. Even 6 o'clock still in those low to mid 80s. So rather warm and feeling more summer-like. Therefore, increasing rain chances, little pop-up showers and storms. It's a possibility ahead of the front on Friday. That's why you can see we have a rise of shower and thunderstorm chances Friday and then, unfortunately, even into Saturday, too. They could linger. That is. We're bringing you the first alert on this like we have been since really the start of this week, and we're going to talk more about the potential outcomes for Saturday's rain coming up later. But let's switch gears over to first alert traffic here with Chris Scott. Chris.
Catherine, thanks. We're just following up on an accident in and around the Highway 85 northbound area around.
Bringing in a chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Probably better than what we had the last several days, which were fairly dry, but we're going to increase those rain chances even throughout the weekend. Today, best shot for the mountains, but even the upstate as we go through the next several days. With that first alert, we've been telling you about rain looking likely now on Saturday. And we're going to mention this a little bit more later. But getting you through your day in general today, I mean, it's beautiful out there. Still mild, nice little start, easy to just ease into your Wednesday. By 8 o'clock in the mid 60s, upper 70s to low 80s by noon. Great day to take a little break, mid-afternoon lunch, walk, get outside, and enjoy those 80s by this afternoon and evening. Southwest winds picking up, and that's going to help us bring in those muggy conditions as well. Seeing a good chance of a pop-up shower thunderstorm this afternoon for western North Carolina. So just better odds here in general. Some convection potentially from areas towards I-40, Asheville South into Hendersonville. I'm not going to rule out a chance of an isolated shower for the upstate, but I do think we stay mainly dry today with 2 to 6 that time frame for best showers and storms in the mountains. Now leading into Thursday, this is going to bring better odds for a shower across the upstate. You can see coming in from the southwest and starting to pull a shower or thunderstorm chance into Anderson, Pickens and Oconee County, northeastern Georgia, into Toccoa, south towards Elberton, moving northeast as well into Hendersonville, into Asheville overnight into Friday, which brings us our better shot of rain really everywhere. About 40%, so scattered showers and storms. You can see highlighting those 80s and the rain chances over your 5-day forecast. Continuing rain chance possibility into Saturday. This is how, we kind of started the week talking about the possibility of rain on Saturday, but it's looking more likely at this point. The big question is how long does it last into Saturday? And what are we going to see when it comes to these storms? I think the best chance for strong storms, maybe low and severe, does come on Friday. Just spotty storms elsewhere and more of rain into Saturday as this front starts to move on out of here. It's just slowed down a bit, and this is why we're seeing that chance of lingering rain. The Euro model showing us, all right, we're looking a little bit drier by 2 p.m., but still a good chance of showers before this. But the American model now today wants to hold on to a good chance of an afternoon spotty shower or storm on Saturday. Showing here we do warm up the next couple of days, mid 80s, feeling muggy. Leading to still in the next couple of hours around 8 o'clock and a whole lot of sunshine. Now we're just sunshine to start, and that's going to help us heat up things a little bit quicker than what we had yesterday. Already off to those low 60s out there from Spartanburg towards Gaffney. 62 into Greenville, 64 into Clemson, 59 into Hendersonville, and 58 into Brevard. Nice and dry this morning. By this afternoon in the mountains, we could see maybe a chance of an isolated shower here for us. Warming to the 70s here quickly, as mentioned. 10, 11 o'clock in those low to mid 70s, and an 80 comes quickly today. And then we are in the mid 80s for most of the afternoon. So shorts and t-shirt weather with that increase of cloud cover again by the afternoon and evening. So what are we tracking ahead of us? It's a summer-like pattern. Not late into summer, but a beginning of summer-like pattern. Kind of feeling more like June than almost May at this point. As we go through the next couple of days, it will be warm. It's going to be a little humid. Daily rain and storm chances will start to increase as well. And that's going to continue even into your Saturday, which we're going to talk about how and if it could potentially ruin some weekend plans. Backup plans are going to be needed. Already start thinking about it. Friday and Saturday both. That's going to be coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes. But let's go over to Chris Scott here now.
All right, Catherine, thank you. We're still following an accident at Highway 14 around the Northeast Main Street area. That's
Mountains, a better shot for the upstate into Friday, into Saturday, and that's where we could see not just some scattered showers, but even some storms too into Friday, specifically with the rain lingering into Saturday, all because this cold front has just slowed down a bit. Now, Sunday and Monday are looking much brighter here and drier for us, and we're going to get a drop of temperatures on the backside of this, but ahead of it we are warming, and that's what you're feeling today. So low to mid 80s out there, 81 in Asheville towards Hendersonville, 84 to 86 across the upstate, just a smidge warmer and a little bit more muggy than what we had yesterday. Pulling in some rain chances ahead of the front Thursday into Friday, still highs in those low to mid 80s before we get the drier air on the backside of this front and increasing those rain chances. Humidity is going to rise too, so not just the temperature, kind of feeling and getting ourselves into an early summer pattern. So muggy today, the next several days, and then whoop, down the slide we go. Into Saturday, you can see much drier air built on the backside of this. Back to dew points in the 50s, which means very pleasant into the start of next week. But we got to get through this the next several days. You know, it's not going to be too bad out there by any means. Some of you actually may be very happy with the forecast. We are going to increase some rain chances, though, again, as we head into Friday, ahead of this front coming in from the northwest, the Midwest getting that rain first. Friday afternoon and evening, definitely seeing the rain, and it has started to look like we're going to see this rain linger into Saturday, whether you like it or not. Both models are showing this into the morning, potentially the afternoon too. I mean, the futurecast for GFS, which is the American model, now showing the afternoon, potentially into Saturday, getting a little bit of a longer shower to linger, at least up until about 2, 3 o'clock on Saturday before that front does push off towards the coastline. Now, the European model also showing even a better chance of some lingering showers and storms, not just Friday evening, but you can see continues pushing into Saturday morning a little wet. This front just lagging as we go into Saturday. So therefore the afternoon and evening into Saturday looking still a little wet for the European model for both days, really. Friday into Saturday, our best chance for showers and storms with the best chance of a stronger really out there like we saw yesterday. You know, we were a bit cloudier. Now we're sunnier, we're brighter, we're warming. Temperatures in those mid 60s for many of us across the upstate. So it's mild, just a smidge muggy when you step outside. 63 in Spartanburg towards Gaffney, 65 in Clemson, 61 in Lawrence, even low 60s to upper 50s into the mountains, showing, yeah, it is a little bit warmer when you step outside. About 5 to 6 degrees warmer into western North Carolina, 1 to 4 across the upstate. So if you're taking the dog out, short sleeves and shorts needed later on today specifically, even throughout the morning though. It's just a really nice easygoing start. 76 degrees just before noon, still showing mostly sunny skies, building in just a little bit more cloud cover throughout the day, coming in with higher moisture chances, also bringing in a better chance of some more humidity to kind of scoot on into, getting to those low to mid 80s, about 1 to 5. So what we're looking ahead of us is rain chances increasing for us today, mainly in the mountains, isolated shower and thunderstorm chances just due to the daytime. We have less cloud cover this morning, therefore we're going to have those temps rise a little bit higher and quicker than what we saw yesterday. Also a rise of thunderstorm chances, just shower chances in general, specifically for the mountains today. But then as we go through the next several days, even the upstate, we're going to see a continued rise with rain now looking very likely into Saturday. It's just how long does it last? This morning we're already in the 60s here, warming to an upper 70 to low 80 by lunch. So a great day to take a break for lunchtime, take a little walk outside, may even work up a sweat too. By this afternoon, we're in the mid 80s with southwest winds kicking up that humidity for us, bringing in moisture chances, some daytime heating pop-up thunderstorms from 2 to 6. You can see here from Asheville towards Hendersonville, right over I-40 off towards the northeast. Likely staying dry across the upstate. Now can't rule out maybe one of those showers spreading into the northern half of the mountains here for at least the upstate, but otherwise for us I think mainly staying dry up till Thursday for the upstate. So tomorrow afternoon, that's when those showers start to spread a bit more south into areas like Pickens and Oconee County, Anderson north towards Hendersonville and Asheville. By the afternoon and evening, clearing and then bringing it another round into Friday. Saturday, you can see upping shower and thunderstorm chances Friday and Saturday here for us. maybe even a stronger storm on Friday. We're also lifting those temperatures as well, going to highs in the mid-80s or warmest day on Thursday, starting to cool as we head into the weekend. Once that front finally gets here, washes, any away, shower, thunderstorm chances, brings down our humidity. That's when we'll start to feel a little bit cooler. Next 5 days, spotty storm chances even continuing Wednesday and Thursday, but best odds for a stronger storm, maybe even low and severe, but stronger storm, I think, if anything, on Friday, with a storm possible on Saturday before we do really clear out. Now, rain is looking very likely for the Euro model you can see versus the GFS. Euro wants to show maybe a little bit drier by 2 p.m., but showing the chances could even linger into the evening. This is Saturday for the American model. So this is why we're keeping a close eye and bringing you this first alert on Saturday's rain chances. Drawing out into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Have to mention, though, this red on Friday due to mild when you step outside. 64 in Spartanburg, 65 in Greenville, 63 in Hendersonville, and 60 in Brevard, showing this temp change is a bit warmer than yesterday. A little bit of fog out there, even into Asheville. I saw the Biltmore camera not really reading at least our fog of showing that it's out there, but you could see it on the camera. And despite that cloud cover, we're still warming there. So showing a good 5 degrees warmer compared to this time yesterday, about 1 to 4 for most across the upstate. Again, visibility not really showing much in terms of a change of that fog out there in Asheville, but we could see it on our camera. Next 12 hours here, we are showing this nice gradual warm up to the low to mid 70s by 10 to noon. And then in the afternoon, we just ride out those 80s. 81 to 84 from 1 to 4 o'clock and pulling in a little bit more cloud cover. But despite that, still warming nicely to a summer-like pattern here. Mild, a little humid out there in the coming days, and then bringing in daily rain and thunderstorm chances, not just in the coming days, but also into the weekend, potentially Saturday, bringing you this first alert for us as you could head into the weekend needing those backup plans. Again, not just Friday, but Saturday as well. These scattered storms into the forecast. Today and tomorrow, it's more so focused in the mountains, specifically today. Isolated shower chances on this Wednesday you can see into western North Carolina, increasing those rain chances for the upstate. Just barely off towards the west and the northern half of the upstate tomorrow, isolated, but scattered storms Friday into Saturday before this front moves on through and dries us out. Today, beautiful, mainly across the upstate. We have a 20% chance of rain, but just putting that there, rather be safe than sorry. I do think we stay mostly dry with partly cloudy skies, and really, it's just going to be a bit warmer. This is going to be the bigger story for us today versus yesterday. A little bit more humid, highs in those low 80s to mid 80s for the upstate. So 84 for the high today, and increasing rain chances Thursday. Increasing rain chances into Friday ahead of this front, and staying warm and humid in the low to mid 80s with, again, that rise of humidity showing muggy conditions today. Thursday, Friday, even Saturday for the start before this cold front really pulls on through, moves over towards the coastline, and we start to dry out on the backside of this with dew points in the 50s and feeling this drier air more so into Sunday and Monday. Here's a look at those two models again, the long-term models, because we still have to use these when it comes to looking at the chance of rain into Saturday. They both agree a bit more today on this front, just slowly moving through. So you can see the GFS, the American model, showing a chance of rain even lingering into the morning and maybe just early afternoon here for us as we go into Saturday before this cold front does move towards the coastline. Now, the European one does want to have it lagging a little bit longer, therefore bringing in the rain a little bit longer into Saturday. So we have to get a closer eye on exactly which one is right. But you can see Friday evening into Saturday, showing the rain chances continuing not just the morning, but into the afternoon and potentially the evening here for us into Saturday, early evening. We have highlighted Friday as red due to the chance and best chance of a stronger, potentially low-ending the rain chances today. Now, mainly in the mountains, and you can see that here, but what we're going to be looking at daily as we go into at least through Saturday, rain is looking very likely. We just sort of increase those chances into Thursday, into Friday, into Saturday. We've been bringing you this first alert on this for days now because it does look most likely. Now, not today. Today's going to be the driest out of the next several days, warming to a low 80 by noon and then mid 80 to come later on this afternoon and evening. Isolated shower chances starting to pop here for us into the mountains by about 2 o'clock, mainly staying in the mountains. We put a 20% chance of rain because we could see one slide down into northern Greenville, Pickens, County, Oconee County, that is, area into northern Spartanburg by later on today. But most of us from 2 to 6 seeing that rain, pop-up thunderstorms focused into western North Carolina before it does slide on out. Into tomorrow, we get those rain chances to increase. So by Thursday afternoon and evening, 2, 3 o'clock, popping into areas like Pickens and Oconee County. Anderson areas, really 85 north towards the mountains. From again, 3 to 6, another chance of a storm before we do increase those chances into Friday. Saturday, best odds of storms Friday, and then we could see showers and storms linger into Saturday, looking most likely, which we're going to talk more about those chances towards the end of the 9 o'clock hour, and then drying out at least for us into Sunday. So spotty showers today, spotty storms tomorrow, strong storms on Friday. We'll talk about the chance of what we could see when it comes to any severe weather later on, and a storm possible on Saturday again. Models are starting to agree, at least in terms of we're going to see rain Saturday morning. It's just, does it linger towards the afternoon, evening? You could see those two different options for how long does the rain continue into Saturday when it comes to, the afternoon and evening time frame. But I can tell you it looks much brighter,